can announce that international returning flights can resume at the number of 800 per week from the 8th of April and 1,120 per week from the 15th of April. We're being very transparent in terms of the decision making and why we're able to make this announcement today. Professor Alan Cheng's review into the variant strains has been released in full and then through you to the Victorian community. The ventilation assessments have been released as well. The full review of ventilation will be completed once all the works are completed. So the numbers I just talked about, the 800 from the 8th of April, 1,120 from the 15th of April, is dependent on those works being completed. Those works will be completed at the end of that period. At the completion of those works, the full review into ventilation will be released. But in the meantime, the assessments, the work that is taking place, things like upgrading exhaust fans, rebalancing ventilation, those are the kinds of upgrades that will occur. Furthermore, Safer Care Victoria will have an ongoing role oversighting, reviewing what is happening within our hotel quarantine system, and the latest recommendations have also been released. Finally, we're releasing the final response to the Board of Inquiry. So there was 81 recommendations in total. We've accepted 61 of those. 49 have been implemented in full, 4 in part, 8 will be implemented in full, and then there's 20 recommendations that need to be referred to National Cabinet, which is what I have done. Finally, this morning I have written to the Prime Minister advising him of Victoria's capacity in terms of returning flights and our hotel quarantine system, advocating for a nationally consistent approach to ventilation. So Victoria's the only jurisdiction that has done this additional work in terms of ventilation, so we want to share that and have a nationally consistent approach to ventilation across our country. We are advocating for a small proportion of the 1,120 passengers per week. Once we get to that number by the 15th of April, we're advocating for a small proportion for economic cohorts. As are other states, we are advocating that position to the federal government. And finally, those Board of Inquiry matters, those 20 matters that relate to home quarantine, fresh air breaks, these are National Cabinet decisions.